We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from the Superdome.
Okay, ready? Drill, 52. Cut.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33. And you look at this Saints defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now a dump off here complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready, set.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going?
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Now Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give to Kamara running right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's taken in at the 9. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Ridder back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Down. 10 cycles. Black Ultra. Cut.
Ridder. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Fight. 77. Ready.
Ridder now. And complete to Drake London. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Going play action. Ridder. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Justin Houston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Trouble, 38. Slide 2. Red, cycle. Bang.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
694.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
808.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Carr to throw again. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, set. Hurry, hurry. Fight, 60. Cut.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Okay,
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Red. Drill green. Red, yellow. Ready.
Ritter to throw it. That is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Yellow. Black dot. Black ultra. Blue striker.
Here's Ritter. He's got his man, London, right side. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Come on, set.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
On play action, here's Ritter. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Marcus May with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
for touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Saints have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind?
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up a score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Carr completes it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. To throw, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Express. 93. Express. That's it.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Back to throw, Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice
cancel a gain. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Right side, and he finds Gray. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They've had no room to breathe. Ritter now. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, You're starting to milk the clock.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right.
He completes it to Olave.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara,
29 yards. And the Saints extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
they'll come up 1st and 10 here. Ridder.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him so far. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now Carr on the bootleg.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Touchdown, Saints!
Alvin Kamara.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Now Ridder to throw on 1st down.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down. Here's Ritter.
This is caught. And he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
A final shot now for Ritter.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out